playoffs. And now, here is the star of Texas League Baseball, John Baker. Well, thank you, Bob. Hey, good evening there, everybody. We welcome you into our Tuesday night live broadcast. Well, it is Division Series Game 1 here tonight, as we have our 4 finalists getting ready to go on this Game 1 of the best of 3 in the Texas League playoff rounds. We have first place winners, the Frisco RoughRiders, taking on the second place winners of this year, the Midland Rockhounds. Springfield being the first place winners in the north, taking on the Arkansas Travelers there at All-American Ballpark. Our 4 finalists will battle it out as we get ready to select a winner, and this year's Texas League title is to be determined on that deal. Well, anyway, with this game being the only game at Frisco Park, Midland will take a off day tomorrow to head off to Statesman's Park there in Frisco, Texas. And so far we'll have game 2 up there and a possible game 3 if necessary. Well, our final 4 teams will battle it out. 2 teams will be eliminated, and it will leave the final 2 for the championship series. And we'll bring you live coverage on those games on the evenings that will have the championship series rounds. Whether if they're here in the South or North divisions, we'll get live coverage on it, so you guys can get in on a little more fun this year in 2024. Opening day for everybody in 2025 will be Friday, April 4th through the 6th. That's when everybody is back in action. Myself and Bob will be up in San Antonio. That is pretty much our home of the San Antonio Missions, as the Missions taking on Amarillo for that short 3-game set, and then off to Corpus Christi right after that. Missions will head to back home, and they'll take on Northwest Arkansas, and after that, back on the road to Amarillo. Then the biggest homestand we'll see, Bob, is a 12-game homestand, 6 against Corpus Christi and 6 against the Frisco RoughRiders. Well, next year's Texas League title will be determined in 2025 around this time, and so far, hopefully, Bob, I hope San Antonio will get up in there next year, and hopefully if they do, then that would be pretty awesome. And to get new merch and new merchandising from the Missions team store and all types of stuff, that'd be really good. I would love to see a t-shirt that said Texas League Champions, and it would have the Missions logo, and so far that would be pretty nice. Nah, it would. Well, about ready to go is we're going to make this pregame show short and sweet. Myself and Bob are here in the booth, and yes, we are from San Antonio, but we're bringing you live coverage here at Frisco Park, home of the Rockhounds. And so far, we're about ready to go here in the playoff rounds, game 1. Well, we're back here for the top of the first inning for the RoughRiders when we come back right here on Texas League Baseball. Well, about ready to go for Midland. JT Ginn coming out. What do we know, Bob? Well, his sinker and four-seamer both match at 95 over 91. He's got a slider, a curveball. Boy, he is about ready to go for Midland here in this top of the first inning for on the mound for the Rockhounds. Jack Spiggers will lead it off for the RoughRiders as we are about ready to go here in this playoff game one here this evening. Here's the first pitch by JT, and we are underway. As first pitch thrown in for a strike, and we are underway. Well, this proud broadcast brought to you in part by Taco Villa, my favorite restaurant. They got all nice ingredients, and they're switched out every day. Just got to absolutely love how their tacos, burritos, chalupas, taco burger, all types of stuff. Man, just makes me hungry. And yes, it does. It is a good place. Even their fresh salsa and guacamole, I got to say, pretty good on top of that. 1-1 to count now, and that's going to be fouled off. The count now 1-2. So our four teams battling it out. Division Series Game 1 here this evening. Then Wednesday and Thursday games in the Frisco area. That'd be pretty good as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count now to Jack Spiggers. He was pretty good this season in the regulars. Yeah, he sure was, John, and gotta say, he's one of the best for Frisco, and hopefully he'll be pretty good if he ever gets a new season with the Riders in 2025. 1-2. That is popped up and foul. So the count now is 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. And a pitch. That is popped at the knees and still holding on at 1-2. Got a great crowd here tonight. Got everybody from all over the Texas League. Fans coming here from San Antonio. Third baseman Winkler throws to Batista Jr., and that is out number 1. Pretty good as well. Here is Alejandro Osuna coming in now. Runner, nobody on, 1 away here in this half inning. Yeah, I was going to say runner at first, but there ain't nobody on bases. Yeah, you're just silliness right there, John. So no ball, 1 strike to Alejandro, and that is going to be foul, and that is the count now, 0-2. So, Bob, you want to go get Taco Villa after this game tonight? If it's on you, heck yeah. I love Taco Villa. It's a good place. You know, you tell me all about the tacos, burritos, chalupas, the taco burger, all types of things. Not only do they sell all that, but they also sell breakfast too. So, why not? Stay in Midland till the afternoon tomorrow, boy, that would look really good. Yeah, for sure. No balls to 2 strikes to count. And that's going to be up to right field, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Well, Perez getting in there, and boy, the Riders are striking first, as that will be a 1-out triple to Alejandro Osuna. And the first baseman up is Blaine Krim. Boy, Krim is doing really good over the course of the regular season. And boy, I bet he'll get another year with the RoughRiders. Krim at a .328 average. Strike, it's 0-1 as He comes in. 321 over the opposition of a 447. He's had 18 home runs this year and 27 RBIs. That's high in the air up to right field. Elliott getting under it, and here comes the tag up, and that's going to be through, as that would be a sacrifice RBI. And Frisco is up top by a score of 1-0. They lead Midland. Here is Jace Easley now. And here's the pitch. In for a strike. It's 0-1. No, Bob, I got to say, everybody coming from San Antonio, Corpus Christi, Amarillo, Northwest Arkansas, Tulsa, and Wichita. Maybe much to catch a little more baseball here this year. That'd be pretty good as well. Yeah, I got to say, John, absolutely right. You know, the regular season ended, and so far I bet a lot of people are sad that it did end, and they're just sad about it. Well, don't be sad about it, partner. I mean, there's another year and another new season. Well, 1 run on a couple of hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We have the bottom of the first coming up. The RoughRiders up 1-0. Back here is the bottom of the first. Will lead off as Midland comes to bat right after this. About ready for the bottom of the first for Midland right here in Texas League Baseball, Game 1 Division Series here this evening. Well, thank you, Bob. We now head to the mound as Kumar Rocker coming in. What do we know in the scouting report? 97 on the 4-seam, slider, curveball, changeup, 2-seam fastball, as well as we get ready to go here in this half inning. Well, the Rockhounds up to the batting order now. Drew Swift coming up now for Midland. A gorgeous evening here tonight. It's beautiful. It's a pitch by Rocker. That is inside for a strike. It's 0-1. I got to say, John, that's pretty good. Well, we got about 6 ball clubs going. We got Erie at Akron, Hartford at Somerset, Birmingham at Tennessee, Frisco at Midland, Springfield at Arkansas, and Montgomery at Biloxi. Well, the strikeout by Rocker is Swift going down. Here is the right fielder, Clark Elliott. Elliott coming in, and he'll foul that one away, and the count now 0-1. So far, if one team wins this one, then Rockhounds would have to pick up another game there at Frisco, and that's going to be right there, line drive, and that's going to get up, And that is number 80, Rocker, covering the first base bag to get the second out. Boy, that could have been an infield single and a base hit right there, Bob. Yeah, almost. And evidently, good thing it wasn't. But anyway, gotta say, just pretty bad as it is, that was no base hit right there. Yeah, I know, Bob. That would have been dangerous, like getting plunked in the head or something. Yeah, for sure. Here's Jack Winkler. Winkler tonight playing the hot corner for Midland. That is lifted high in the air up to center. The center fielder will make the catch, and that will be out, number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors for Midland. As we head to the top of the second inning, Zavala, Rodriguez, and Strom will lead it off for inning number 2 for Frisco when we come back here in this Division Series Game 1. Boy, this proud broadcast is brought to you in part by Bobby Cox's favorite restaurant. This is Rose's Cafe. Boy, he's got a pretty good deal. Tell us about this deal, John. All right, Rockhound fans, well, I got to say, this deal is pretty good. Bobby Cox's Rose's Cafe, $7.99 Taco Tuesday nights are pretty good. So make sure if you got a Rose's Cafe anywhere in your location, please go there on Tuesday nights. And you got a pretty good deal right there. $7.99 Taco Tuesdays is the best on a night like Tuesday. So visit Rose's. They are nice and fresh, just like Taco Villa is. Also, proud sponsor of Midland Rockhounds baseball is Texas Burger. And pretty good right there as well. Albertsons, also the proud sponsor of Rockhounds baseball and many other baseball favorites. Well, for us in San Antonio, our proud sponsors would be West Creek Trail Rides. We got to give them a big shout out for this year's greatest year in 2024 as San Antonio's number 1 best shout out of all proud sponsors. Spring Creek Stables is also a proud sponsor of San Antonio baseball, and so far for all of us, well, we're road traveling to Midland and then headed off to Frisco on Wednesday. Well, top of the second inning straight away, and here is Aaron Zavala as he leads it off for the Riders. Here's the pitch by JT, and that's going to be up to right field, a line drive base hit. Well, he gets it back to Swift. And boy, I tell you one thing, Bob, these guys are coming unclutched hitting. Yeah, I got to say, John, it's like in San Antonio where Springfield was really going after those baseballs during that series last weekend. Gotta say, it was pretty good. Well, here is Kaber Rodriguez. That one, line drive, high in the air to left. Bovias coming in. He'll make the grab, and that is out number 1. So far, got fans watching from San Antonio. Greetings there from good old city of the San Diego Padres and the San Antonio Missions. Here is Kellen Strom. Fans watching in from Corpus Christi, Texas, home of the Corpus Christi Hooks. And we got fans watching from there, Amarillo Sod Poodles. Amarillo, Water Ridge Field, downtown Amarillo, beautiful ballpark. We've been there during the start of the 2024 first half campaign. It was pretty good. But San Antonio getting that opening day 3-game set starting on Friday, April 4th through the 6th.
Nope.
And that one is outside, 1 ball and no strikes. So got to say, pretty good schedules coming out, and pretty much we can't wait for another great baseball year, right, Bob? Well, after the holidays, you could count on it. It's going to be a great season, and so far, may the best team win in next year as well. Yeah, that's for sure. Well, 1 ball, 1 strike to the count now for Near Chavez. Coming up now, and that's going to be right there. The Swift, he gets him out at second, and that ends this half inning. Well, no runs on a hit, no errors. 1 left on for the Riders. 2.5 coming up. Frisco leads it 1-0. And we're back here as first baseman Danny Batista Jr. will lead off the home half of the second inning for Midland when we come back. It's the Division Series playoffs. The Riders 1, Midland nothing. About ready for the bottom of the second for Midland right now in the Texas League Baseball playoff rounds. First baseman is Danny Batista Jr. as we lead off the second inning for Midland in this half. And that's going to be driven. That one straight away center, and that's going to get through for a base hit. And he heads to second. Taco Villa double right there. Boy, pretty good as Midland getting that hit, and boy, that was much needed right there, John. Now they get an opportunity. If they can stretch it, get another base hit, get the runner home from second, that'll tie the ball game at 1-1. Here is Junior Perez as he leads this one off. 5-hole batter for the Rockhounds. No balls and 1 strike to him. Runner at second. Nobody out. Bottom of the second. Riders up by a score of 1-0. That one blistered high in the air. Watch it get out of here. It is gone. Rockhounds take the lead. It's 2-1. By golly, I never thought you'd get this loud. It's like a little kid in a candy store. Goodness, Bob. Oh, man, you crack me up, buddy. I kind of like you. Oh, man. But Junior Perez, by golly, he had a pretty good one. That was crushed straight away left center. 436 foot over 108.3 in the mile per hour. Golly. Here is TJ Schofield Sam. After a 2-run shot by Junior Perez. And the pitch. That one high in the air to straightaway center. Both outfielders give a chase right there on the warning track. And boy, that was close, as that nearly would have been a home run. Few more inches away from that one. Pretty good on that. Here's Brian Bovias now. Coming in, 2-1 lead for Midland. That one up to right field. And the right fielder will run it down, and that's out number 2.
The second baseman, Valenzuela.
Here is Salheed Valenzuela. 8-hole batter, cleanup for Midland. 2-1 our score, bottom of 2 here tonight. In Division Series Game 1 in the playoff rounds. Boy, I bet Midland was just cheering on right there. That was pretty good. That one is line drive. Straight away, right center. That's going to get through for a base hit. And he's not stopping. Stretching it into a triple. Salheed Valenzuela. Boy, this guy can run. Like he could be in the Olympics and get in there and get something going here tonight. Yeah, sure can, John. One more base hit would put a runner at home, and it would be a 3-1 ball game. Here is Shane McGuire. McGuire coming in, ready to go, and that's going to be perfectly hit. And that looks to get down, base hit. And that's going to be an RBI single or RBI double. And that's a Taco Villa double. Boy, that is pretty good. Well, the Rockhounds have been good all season long during the first and second half of the year. Pretty good. They went up against Amarillo. Never forget that July 4th evening. Well, stretching it into a July 5th morning. Boy, Amarillo got clobbered on that evening / morning. Yeah, they did. Final score was 24-5 against the Sod Poodles. Oh, boy, howdy. That was a whooping, wasn't it? Yeah, it sure was, Bob. Drew Swift, the leadoff hitter for Midland, coming back in. That one up to straightaway left. Left fielder gives a chase. Gone! Daggum. Oh, boy, the Rockhounds. Yeah, they're getting something going here. That's a 2-run shot by the leadoff batter, Drew Swift. Boy, it's like they want this game badly, and now it's a 5-1 lead for Midland. These are some pretty good power hitters, and that's a 397-foot, 96.5-mile exit velocity. Boy, just love to see these guys play in Frisco Park. You know, they've been playing in Frisco Park for years, even since they had the old logo, the old jerseys, everything. Midland, over 2 years, have changed a lot. No, they're still called the Rockhounds, so that's pretty good, but changing their logos and looks, that's what they did. Northwest Arkansas, over last year, changed their lightning bolt in, and pretty much they changed it to like something more that had a little bit of character in it. But 5 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and nobody left on for Midland. Top of the third straight away. Midland leads it 5-1. Cody Freeman will lead it off top of the third inning as we are set to go here in this one. We're back here for more playoff baseball straight away as we come up to the top of the third inning for Frisco. Top of the third for Frisco here in the playoff rounds. Right now in Texas League Baseball. Oh, Cody Freeman, Alejandro Osuna, and Jack Spiggers. Well, boy, I'm getting them backwards on the lineup cards. 9-1 and 2 due up top of the third for the Riders. That one hit to the second baseman Valenzuela. Get it to Batista Jr., and that's out number one. Well, here's Jack Spiggers as he leads it off for the Riders. Ground out in the first is 0 for 1 of this evening. Rockhounds 5, Riders 1 in this ball game. That's a swing and a miss. The sinker will get him out fold for a strike. It's 0-1. I'll tell you one thing, just having postseason baseball is a whole lot fun, especially these two teams coming at it and trying to get into the championship series rounds as well. I gotta say, John, it is a battle to the death in these last few games of the 2024 broadcasts. Right there, struck him out looking. Boy, howdy. There you go. Boy, you got an exceptional pitcher like JT again, right, Bob? I gotta say, John, he absolutely does. So far, pretty good on that. Here's Alejandro Osuna as he comes in. That one up to straightaway center, and that's in front of Perez. He'll get it back to Swift easily, and it's a 2-out single for the Riders. Here's first baseman Blaine Krim. Frisco trailing 4 against Midland here tonight. 5-1 to score. Top of the third, if you're listening to us here on YouTube Live and even on the radio as well. Krim was a sacrifice fly in the first inning as he popped up, and pretty good right there. That one right there, Elliott trying to get after it, and that will go out of play foul. And that'd be the count now at 1-1. Field covered in shadows on this evening. And that is the swing and a miss right there in the count now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count now. And that is out of play foul. A pretty nice night here tonight, right, Bob? There I gotta say, John, it always is. Gotta love these West Texas natives. They're really good. Hey, you know me, I'm a West Texas native too. I mean, this is my home. Odessa, Midland, been my home for 20 years. From the time I was 1 year old to the time I was 20. Yeah, and then you moved to San Antonio and got into the San Antonio Missions. Yeah, sure did. Well, 1-2-3, half of the third inning. Midland leads it 5-1. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left for the Riders. And we head to the bottom of the third inning. Jack Winkler, the hot corner third baseman, and Danny Batista Jr. and Junior Perez will come in suit in the bottom of the third for Midland. We're back here in the Division Series, Game 1, here in the broadcast. Bottom half of the third for Midland right here on the Texas League Baseball here this evening. Well, thank you, Bob. Here is the next batter up, third baseman Jack Winkler. Well, I tell you one thing, Jack against Amarillo.
0-1's the count.
During a couple weeks left of the regular season. Boy, 6-6 against Amarillo. That was really good. He was a winning run, and boy, he had a runner in second scoring position, and then he got that base hit. He won the home game, and I tell you what, that was really good. Jack Winkler, I got to give him a great applause to him. He's really good for the Rockhounds. And here's Danny Batista Jr., first baseman, and that's going to be line straight away center, and that's a base hit. By golly, these guys are coming in unclutched hitting. It's like cage lightning. Yeah, it sure is. Or let the bear out of the cage and he comes after you. Yeah, right, Bob. Here's Junior Perez. That one up high in the air to center. And the center fielder will make the play, and that is out number 2.
The batter, number 6.
Boy, I tell you one thing, if Midland wins 2 games, they'll be crowned the team that goes into the championship series rounds. We're going to see how that goes. Yeah, I got to say, John, it would be really awesome to see how Midland will play out and how our final 4 teams of this Texas League will get a title this year, 2024. Yeah, that's right, Bob. Well, in 2021, Northwest Arkansas won that one against Wichita. 2022 was the Frisco RoughRiders. 2023 was Amarillo. They beat San Antonio and Arkansas combined. And I got to say, they really will butt on those 2 teams, I tell you that. Well, no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left on. As we head to the 4th inning for Frisco, it is 5-1 Midland. Easley, Zavala, and Rodriguez will lead it off top of the 4th inning for Frisco when we come back here this evening. Back here for more Texas League Baseball here in the Division Series Game 1 as we bring you more in our broadcast this evening. This one brought to you in part by Taco Villa. Boy, spice your life when you go there, and Bob and I are going there this evening. Yeah, you better take some on the road to Dallas and stuff, because we're headed up to Frisco after tonight and stuff. It's going to be pretty good. We got hotels here in Midland. I'm pretty good on that. Yeah, I got to say, John, absolutely right. It's going to be a pretty good time there at Frisco, and just going to be one heck of a last 2 games. And hopefully, if Midland wins this one here tonight, which they're up 5-1 against the RoughRiders, then evidently one more would put Midland into a good chance of getting into the Texas League Championship Series rounds, which that'd be good as well. It would. We got fans waving from San Antonio. Good evening from the good old Alamo City. Got fans waving from Bayfront Park as they're watching us on the big scoreboard. Howdy doody. Got fans watching from Wateridge Field there in downtown Amarillo. Greetings from the Sod Poodle fans. That's nice. Fans watching from Wichita. Fans from Tulsa and Northwest Arkansas. Good evening. Good evening to all of our Texas League ball clubs. Fans watching also from Frisco as well. I mean, I gotta say the Rider fans coming in, and They're joining us here tonight here in Midland. Yeah, they sure are, John. And so far, our beautiful home in San Antonio, where they're watching the game on the scoreboard, that's pretty good as well, too. Yes, got to say good evening from our beautiful ballpark there in San Antonio, Texas. Just absolutely nice to have a great Texas League baseball season, and we are just so looking forward to 2025, and we just can't wait to be back with San Antonio and the Missions and to the San Diego Padres type city, San Antonio. So pretty good as well. Well, we're about ready to start the fourth inning. Jace Easley coming in for the Riders. 4, 5, and 6. Coming in for Frisco, it'll be Easley up first for the top of the fourth inning. That one straight away right. Elliott under it. He'll make the grab in right field, and that is out number 1.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Aaron Zavala is 1 for 1 as he singled in this game. Got a lot of innings left on this first game of the Texas League postseason, and so far pretty good on that. Oakland A's and Texas Rangers going head-to-head. That one hit to the first baseman, Batista Jr. steps on the bag and tells JT again to go back to the mound. Haber Rodriguez coming in. He's 0 for 1 to fly out in the second inning. Boy, and the moon is full this evening. It is coming up a nice hue orange. Gotta love it. Haber Rodriguez coming in as he'll take a strike inside. It's the count now, 0-1. Well, pretty good night for Midland. They are up 5-1 here in this ball game, and
that's in.
I'm going to say it is absolutely good. We got the crowds. We got fans watching all over the Texas League. So far, got to say, our best one is San Antonio, and I love the San Antonio Missions and Midland. They're both great combined ball clubs. You know, my uncle, he loved going to the ball game. He had season tickets every year, and you know, he worked for Plains. You know, he was a pretty good uncle. He loved his grandkids. He loved his nephews, like me and my brother, his nieces, you know, pretty much everything. That one up to straightaway center, and pretty much that will do it. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody on for Frisco. 4.5 here tonight. Midland leads it by 4. It's 5-1. Well, Brian Bovilla, Sauhid Valenzuela, and Shane Christopher. I do apologize. Shane McGuire will lead off the bottom of the fourth inning as we get ready to go. Well, this broadcast also brought to you in part by Young Life here in Midland. And so far, if you are new in camping, make sure that next year when we start the month of July, or June, July, whatever is in there. But anyway, the month of June is a really good time to go out and enjoy camping in good old Ocklawaha, Florida. 2 hours west of Orlando, pretty good place. I've been there a lot. And so far, it's been a pretty good, decent-sized place. And yes, they do get a lot of rain yearly. And so far, pretty good on that. I got to say, John, going to have to check that out as well. When we're into this off season, everybody is finished, and our winning team for the title is announced, and so far, pretty good on that. Yeah, for sure, Bob. We'll be right back here as we lead off the bottom of the fourth inning for Midland in the Texas League playoff rounds here in Game 1. Well, about ready for the bottom of the fourth for Midland right here in the Texas League baseball playoff rounds. Well, thank you, Bob. As we get ready to go, here is Brian Bovias as he'll lead it off for Midland. 7, 8, 9, bottom 4. 5-1 ball game here in the fourth inning, and still Rockhounds lead it as they had a 5-run third inning. Well, they come in bunches when they hit the ball pretty great. Yeah, they sure do, John. I gotta say, they really get something going. That one blistered high in the air. Boy, there's another one, and it's gone. Holy mackerel. These guys coming to hit tonight. Yeah, they are. Boy, these guys are like on cruise control. Now lead it up by 5. You know, I got to say that Midland has had a four-peat. Do you know what that is, Bob? I think I know what it is, but can I take a guess? Yeah. Is it the team that won 4 Texas League titles in 4 years? Bing, ding, 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 ding. There you go. That's your straightaway answer right there, Bob. Guys, I remember, 2014 through 17 was when Midland came in and they really started going after them. Man, they sure did. That one straightaway center, and that's a base hit. Well, I tell you one thing is pretty good, that Midland is up 6-1. Boy, Shane McGuire coming in now. Runner at first, nobody out for Midland. That one is up to right. That's a base knock. Boy, it is getting ugly for Frisco tonight. They are getting in there, and they still have a big, huge lead to climb up on. Yeah, get up the ladder, will you? Here's Avery Ween. Comes out in relief for the Frisco RoughRiders. And the count now 0-1. 1 for 2, 2-run shot last time, second inning. Pretty good. But that's right there in the end for a strike, and it's the count now 0-2. 2-1, nobody out. 0-2 count to Drew Swift. That one, boy howdy, that is going to get something going. And that's in, and that's a 7-1 lead, as that'll put runners at second and third now. Well, I gotta say, John, they are really hitting the ball, and boy, now they're climbing up a 6-run lead here in this game. Yeah, they sure are. Clark Elliott, the right fielder, coming in, is 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out. Now, I got to say, Bob, I mean, that new ballpark they're about ready to build in San Antonio, it gets me thinking, I mean, what would happen if they build the ballpark and yet they get little to no attendance in it? Yeah, it's not like the ballpark that we have now in San Antonio. I mean, it's really good. I mean, it gets a good deal of audience in that stadium. Third baseman Jack Winkler coming in. 1 out, 2 on here in this 4th inning for Midland. A pretty good night for the Rockhounds. They lead 7-1 here in this game. That one is strike 2. Here's the pitch. That one is up to straightaway left, and that'll bring in a pair. And that is a 9-1 ball game, and boy, that ball is getting away. Boy, Midland leads this game by 9-1 now, and they are firing on all cylinders. Yeah, they sure are, John, and this game is still a little ways to go here tonight here in beautiful Midland. Danny Batista Jr., 2 for 2, double single run. First baseman tonight for Midland. As he comes in and ready to go on that one. That one right there in the end. The count now 0-2. So yes, it is getting dark, and so far that is out number 2 for Batista Jr.
Now batting, the center fielder, Junior Perez.
Boy, the center fielder is Junior Perez. 1 for 2, home run in the 2nd inning. Boy, pretty good night thus far for Midland, and that's going to be a bunt attempt right there. Will they get them? Yes, they will, and that's the inning. Boy, they climb up to get at least 4 more as we head to the 5th inning. And Callan Strom will lead it off for Frisco, top of 5. Strom, Chavez, and Freeman will be in the 5th inning when we come back. So 9-1 our score here as Midland leads by 8. We head now to the top of the fifth for Frisco, right now in the Texas League playoff rounds. Thank you, Bob, and we're back here at the ballpark as Kellen Strom, 7, 8, 9 due up, top of the order as we head to the fifth for the Riders. That one is a pitch way too high, 1 ball and no strikes to him. 9-1 our score, top of the fifth inning for Frisco. 1 ball, no strikes, Kellen Strom. He's the first batter up for the 7, 8, 9 people up on the Riders defense, and say really good. Got a good crowd here tonight, right, Bob? Gotta say, absolutely right there, John.
Nope.
That sinker down and in, 2-1. Boy, base hit after base hit. I mean, there's been a lot of base hits that Midland committed here tonight, right? Well, I gotta say, John, these boys are power hitters. You look at them, they get right after it. High in the air, straight away left. Bovias makes the play, pulls it down, and that's out number 1.
The second baseman,
Franier Chavez coming in. He's 0 for 1 to ground out in the second inning. And the pitch.
Nope.
That one outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Here's a 1-0. That is fouled off, and it's 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike the count now. The pitch. And that's right there in the count now, 1-2. Well, we got a good game brewing here tonight, right, Bob? I mean, Midland sure looks like they want this first game for their own. Yeah, they sure do, John. Hopefully they'll evidently get it. Deep to right. That one is crushed out of here, and that is a home run by Franier Chavez. As they get one back, it's now 9-2. Yeah, so far, John, I got to tell you, they are really coming out, and they're getting something going here this evening. Yeah, they sure are, Bob, and I got to say, that home run is pretty good. 380 foot in the distance, a 106.9 exit velocity. 9-hole batter, Cody Freeman coming in now. He's tonight's Riders catcher. The count now 0-1, grounded out, and the third is 0 for 1 here tonight. So far being an off day tomorrow, and yes, the regular season, it would be a 6-game set. The 0-1. That one to straightaway left. Bovias has another one in his sights, and that is out number 2.
now batting, shortstop.
Well, pretty good right there, as now that'll bring up to the top of the batting order for the Frisco RoughRiders, Jack Biggers. He's 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out. 2 out, nobody on. It's a 9-2 ball game. Midland leads by 7. There's a pitch. That is sliced foul, sinker down in the dirt, and that's 0-1 the count now. I'll tell you one thing, got a good crowd here tonight. This proud sponsor of our ball game is Taco Villa, Spice Your Life. That one right there, fouled off. The count now 0-2. Got a beautiful sunset, and I will say it was a awesome reflection of the sun and the little bit of clouds that we have here. Go to. And that's a souvenir. Well, we got a packed house here in Midland, right, Bob? No, we sure do, John. I bet there's a lot of people that would love to see how good next year will be. That one is high in the air. Bovias gets 3. And there's his third to get the third out. And that will end the inning. Now, Franier Chavez gets a run on a hit, no errors, and nobody left on for Frisco, 5.5. Midland leads it 9-2. So we're back here in the playoff rounds. It's the Riders and Rockhounds here in this one. TJ Schofield Sam will come in as we'll get ready to give you scores up there in the North Division, Springfield and Arkansas. Pretty good on that one. Back here for the bottom of 5 when we come back here in this one. We've got to see who's leading it. And, well, we got top of the 6th inning. Springfield leads Arkansas 2-1. Springfield, 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. For Arkansas, it's 1-5-1 in this one. They get a big... Boy, Springfield last time up being in San Antonio last week. That was pretty nice. Boy, pass ball gets them now 2nd and 3rd. Springfield up in scoring position there at All-American Ballpark. Well, it looks like Springfield could actually win this one. Midland could get in and get something going. Got a good crowd base there at beautiful All-American. Just a nice touch to the 2 teams, Springfield and Arkansas. So pretty good right there. Well, we lead off the bottom of the 5th inning, and here is TJ Schofield Sam. Still a 9-2 ball game as we get this one going. That is straightaway left. That's a base hit. Boy, I got to tell you one thing, John. Base hit after base hit. Boy, they are really coming in. Yeah, that's for sure. No balls and 1 strike to Brian Bovias. 1 for 2 solo home run in the 4th for tonight's left fielder. Here's the pitch. That one is popped up, and that's high and outside, and that's 1-1. Right there, change up in for a strike. It's 1-2. 1-2. That is outside. 2-2. Boy, it is getting dark out, and gotta love it. That is strike 3 swinging, and that is out number 1. Bovias down on strikes. Salhid Valenzuela is 2 for 2, triple single, 2 runs in tonight's ball game. Runner at first, 1 away after that big solo power hit straight away left, and pretty good on top of that. Change up the count now, 0-1. Here's the pitch, and that's a swing and a miss right there. The count now 0-2. 9-2, bottom of 5. Here's the pitch. That is popped foul, and it's 0-2, still hanging on. And right there, strike 3. Get him out looking. Valenzuela down on 2 away. 9-hole batter Shane McGuire coming in, 2 for 2 of the night. Boy, our 2 for San Antonio is the hot corner third baseman. Oh, he did absolutely well this year. And then the 9-hole batter, which was Brandon Valenzuela. It's got to love those 2 San Antonio prospects. They are really well. That one straight away left center, and that will do. Half inning over. No runs on a hit. Nowhere's one left on for Midland. Top of the 6th inning coming up, and it is a 9-2 ball game for Midland. So back here from more as Alejandro Osuna will lead it off for Frisco when we come back in our broadcast. Well, we head to the top of the 6th inning for the Riders right here in the Texas League playoff rounds. Alejandro Osuna coming in as he's ready to go. Top of the order, top of the 6th inning for Frisco. Sinker in for a strike. It's 0-1. This proud broadcast is brought to you in part by Taco Villa. Boy, best place. We go get dinner, and hopefully they'll give us a big handful of hot sauce, right, Bob? Oh, yeah, like the time you told me about 2019 when you saw Midland taking on 2 North Division teams. Northwest Arkansas and Springfield were here at Franco Park. No, that's for sure. That one straightaway center, and that's going to get down for an extra base hit or so. You know, Bob, I got to say, during 2019, we'll never forget about what happened. Oh, no out triple to Osuna. Boy, that guy really runs. He's a really good runner. He can run the trying to think here for a second. He can run a Kentucky Derby. Yeah, you're not saying it right, John. It's Kentucky Derby. Thank you. Thank you, Bob. I'm like, who's Kentucky? What does that mean? I don't know. Well, it's like you're trying to cluck like a hen, but you can't get the words out. Oh, yeah? Well, this is clucking like a hen. Boy, you're funny, John. I sure do like you. Well, run in to score. That is a 3rd run for the Riders here this evening. Yeah, that'll bring up Jace Easley. Yeah. Well, a Kentucky Derby or a Texas Derby, boy, that guy can really come in. Well, here's Easley as he'll get in. Jack Winkler intercepts the fastball. And he'll give it right to Batista Jr. for the out. And that's the second one of the evening. So Aaron Zavala coming in now as we are set to go. 2 away, nobody on here for the Riders. I'll tell you one thing, that's really good. Sinker inside, and the count now 0-1. Well, this top half of the inning is going by really quick there, Bob. There sure is. Boy, if Springfield and Midland win this one here tonight, then they'll be the first 2 winners of tonight, but games 2 and 3 are most evidently possible. Well, Bob, I will say if Midland wins one at Frisco, then they'll eliminate the Riders. Then they'll have to go up against either 2 North Division teams like Springfield and Arkansas. Here's the 2-1. That one popped right there. Batista Jr. gets it on the ground hopper, and that ends the inning. So a run in to score on a hit, no errors, nobody left on. 6.5. Rockhounds lead it 9-3. We're back here as Drew Swift, Clark Elliott, and Jack Winkler will lead it off. Bottom of 6 for Midland when we come back. About ready to go for the bottom of the 6th inning right now in the Texas League Baseball playoff rounds. Back to the top of the lineup for Midland. Here is Drew Swift. Takes that one high and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. As we get ready in this half inning for the 6th. Here in good old Franco. That one right there and now to play foul. It's 1-1. Well, we got fans waving hello from us from San Antonio. Hello, good evening. Everybody just waving everywhere. Corpus Christi, good evening. You know, Bayfront Park is a good place for the Hooks. Yeah, it sure is, John.
That's inside.
And evidently at our ballpark there in San Antonio, we've got ourselves a decent-sized venue. That one up to a ground hopper a second. Throw to first to Blaine Krim, and they'll get him easily for the out.
The right fielder, number 9, Clark Elliott.
Well, that'll bring up Clark Elliott, who's 0 for 3. A strikeout in the 4th. Well, got to say, I think while we're on the road headed up to the Texas Rangers organization,
0-1's the count.
we'll get some pretty good hotels. Well, I got to say, John, I love staying in nice, clean hotels. You know, Motel 6 is a really good place. Or how about the Holiday Inn? I mean, they're very decent. About $163 a night. That's pretty reasonable. Yeah, sure is, John. I got to say, pretty good on that one.
The third baseman.
Jack Winkler, 1 for 3, double, 2 RBIs here tonight for Midland. That one is high in the air, and that will go out of place. Fan souvenir out there. Here's the pitch. That one in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Midland leads it by 6 runs here tonight. That one way outside on the changeup. It's 1-2. His pitch. And that's 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one straight away third. Flipped to Blaine Krim, and that's the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, no one on for Midland. As we head to the 7th, Rockhounds lead it 9-3. That'll bring in Caber Rodriguez, Kellen Strom, and Frenier Chavez to do the top of the 7th for Frisco when we come back. More playoff baseball coming up. Top of the 7th inning for Frisco right here in the Texas League playoff rounds, game 1. Well, next batter up is Caber Rodriguez, 6'7", due up top of 7. The pitch right in the inside corner slider, and that's count 0-1. Boy, JT Ginn pitching almost half of this ball game now. That one straight away to Elliott, and that is out number 1. Designated hitter Kellen Strom, 2 flyouts tonight, is 0 for 2. One away now, nobody on for Frisco. That is popped foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1 delivery. And that one is crushed deep to left. Watch it fly out of here. Sidewalk souvenir. Boy, he really got after that one. Kellen Strom, boy, he could be a power hitter in this one. Yeah, he sure can, Bob. He's really knowing what he's doing. Frenier Chavez coming up now as he's the next batter for the Riders. Midland leads it by 5 now as Frisco's trying to chip into the deficit. Well, that would probably do for JT Ginn as here comes the manager out of the Midland dugout. And that looks like it's going to be it for JT Ginn. Colin Palouse is going to be called up to the mound now for Midland as he'll be the first reliever of tonight's Game 1 here in the Division Series. So far, pretty good. Well, tell you one thing that Colin Palouse, he's got 4 pitches to choose from, a 4-seam slider, changeup, 2-seamer as well. At 93 mile an hour, well, I tell you what, he's doing really good. Well, Frenier Chavez coming in as a new arm for Midland is on the hill. That is a changeup right there, down and in. It's no balls, 2 strikes. Got a lot of fans about ready to hit the road, travel up to Frisco starting tomorrow. Wednesday, Game 2, and Thursday, possible Game 3 if necessary. And that only depends if the Frisco RoughRiders win a game and put Midland to a tie. Then that will enforce Game 3 for Thursday. That one is right there. Swift will intercept it, and they get him by a step. Holy mackerel. Well, that was close play right there, and so far it is. Well, 9-hole batter, Cody Freeman coming in now. Gets right there and inside for the cold strike. Gets 0-1. Fly out, ground out is 0 for 2 tonight by Freeman as he comes in and gets things ready to go. The pitch. But right there and in for a count now, 0-2. Well, I got to say, if Midland wins in Game 2, then that would be it. Frisco would eliminate. We'll get imminent elimination on them. Yeah, they sure would. Well, and I'll tell you one thing, John. It's getting pretty good here. Rockhounds lead only 5-4 in this, well, 9-4 should I say, but they lead 5 runs on this ball game. Well, Kellen Strom is the guy getting going, and he gets a run on a hit, no errors, and a couple left on, or nobody left on. I do apologize, but the solo shot gets in, and that will do it. We'll go to the stretch inning. Danny Batista Jr., Junior Perez, and TJ Schofield Sam will be ready to go when we come back. Well, we head to the bottom of the 7th inning for Midland right here in this game 1 of the Texas League playoffs. Well, thank you, Bob. I got to say, boy, the Springfield Cardinals have close one on Arkansas as they lead 2-1. They have a reserve catcher or actually, should I say, a reserve pitcher warming up for the Cardinals. Boy, Arkansas starting to threat Springfield. They have first and third, nobody out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Boy, Travelers really starting to come in and get something going here tonight. Well, anyway, bottom of 7 as Danny Batista Jr. comes in. 5-run lead for Midland.
Ball, that's inside.
Trailing 5 is the RoughRiders. Mark Church and Daniel Robert warming up for Frisco in the bullpen. Boy, and I tell you what, now they're in danger as bases loaded, nobody out for the Arkansas Travelers. That one deep to right, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Well, that will probably be the end for number 25 on the hill for Springfield. Manager's coming out to see a pitching change, and that will pretty much do for that starter for the Cardinals. Junior Perez was a 2-run shot back in the second, is 1 for 3 of the night. Well, I hope you guys had a pretty good stretch inning, and there'll be one more on that first base area. Well, they're just really trying to get a hold of that one guy, just try to get him out. That one high and outside, it's 1-1, even up. That one is outside, 2-1. That one is popped high in the air, and that will go out of play, foul. That broadcast brought to you in part by Taco Villa. Boy, we're going to get some of that tonight, won't we, Bob? Yeah, you're not kidding there, John. That one up the left, and boy, good wood on it. Boy, just try to knock the wind out of it like they've done the last couple of times. That's a swing and a miss right there. Perez down on strikes. And that is out number 1. Well, the relief pitcher coming in, Ryan Shreve, is up now for Springfield to lead in pitching reliefs. In the bottom of the 7th inning, he's got a 4.20 ERA with 0 starts and 25 appearances in this year. So Shreve will take the mound now for Springfield as he'll get ready to go, and he's in a dangerous threat now as he's got bases loaded up. And, boy, I tell you one thing, that is just rough around the edges. Well, you get nobody out and you have the bags loaded up. That's a big, dangerous situation when it comes to the great, good old power hitters. Here's Brian Bovias now, takes a curveball down and in, 1 ball and no strikes now. 9-4, 5 runs in the lead is Midland. And that's going to get down, base hit. And that's going to be some runners coming home. And here comes the relay. They don't get them. And that's a run in on an RBI double. Brian Bovias. Boy, 10-4 is the score now. And, boy, Rockhounds want all of this to come undone. And, boy, they're letting them loose here tonight out of the ballpark. Yeah, they sure are. That one deep to left center, and that's going to get in another run. And that's 11-4. Springfield needs 2 more outs to get out of a big bases loaded up type inning. Tell you one thing, Bob, it's just getting ugly for them there in All-American Ballpark there in Arkansas. Nick Ruth is coming up now for the next relief position. 4-seam fastball up to 94. Curveball changeup, 2-seamer as well. Yeah, but one of the power hitters for Arkansas can really hit that ball really hard and whack it to Kingdom Come for the grand slammer. No, I've got to say, Bob, you're absolutely right. Grand slams are the most fun of all baseball games. Go right there in the count now. 0-2. Runner at first. That's the 12th potential run for Midland. And a pitch. That's a swing and a miss right there, and that will do it. But you had 2 runs on an RBI double and single. And we head to the 8th inning. Midland leads it 11-4. Biggers Osuna Krim will lead it off top of the 8th inning as we get set for this half inning. Back here for more Texas League baseball here in the playoff rounds. And we'll see you back in just a few minutes. Top of the 8th inning for Frisco coming up right here in the Texas League playoffs, game 1. Well, Jack Biggers coming in now, 1, 2, and 3. Due up for the top of the 8th inning. Palouse is coming in, and he'll get thrown in a strike in the count now, 0-1. The 0-1. Straight away right. That one's going to be well crushed. High in the air, deep to right. That is well out of here. Boy, howdy. And boy, that one by Jack Biggers will still chip the deficit. They'll get one back. Well, I tell you one thing, the Riders are doing so good, and staying just a couple of feet away from the Rockhounds, and boy, they have really been going at it. Alejandro Osuna tonight, 3 for 3. That is right there and in for a strike. It's 0-1. 3 for 3, 2 triples, a single, and 2 runs for him here this evening. The 0-1. That one is straight away right. Elliott under it, makes the grab, and that's the out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Blaine Crin.
Here's Blaine Crim, the first baseman now. That one high in the air, up behind the backstop. McGuire, the catcher, will make the play. That's out number 2. Frisco down to their final 4 outs. Boy, Jace Easley coming in is 0 for 3, ground out in the 6th inning. I'll tell you one thing, it was a pretty good evening tonight, right, Bob? Well, I got to say, with Midland having all these home runs coming in, it was really good. No balls, 1 strike. And that one well crushed deep to right. Watch it fly. Boy, they get 2 again. Boy, and Easley's getting 1. I mean, that was pretty good. Yeah, it sure is, John. I got to tell you. Tell me what exactly? How good these power hitters get in and going? Yeah, they pretty much do, John. You know, we got to take a look at our score there as Springfield, or should I say Arkansas. Oh, boy. And here's the pitch. That one is right there, straight away. Elliott makes the grab, and that's the half inning over. Well, 2 runs come in for Frisco on a couple of hits, no errors, and nobody left on. 8.5 coming up. Midland leads it 11-6. Swift, Elliott, and Winkler will come in as they'll lead off the bottom of 8 when we come back. Well, we're bottom half of the 8th inning for Midland in the Texas League playoffs, and we're about ready to go for it. Well, before we do, Bob, we got to give our scores there at Arkansas. Springfield pushes in a run across the score. It is 3-1 Springfield Cardinals against the Arkansas Travelers. So it is a pretty good night for AA Springfield. And yeah, well, they get one more game, and Frisco gets one more game. If those Frisco and Arkansas get beat one more time, then it'll be two teams converging play. And so far, it'd be really good. If Midland takes on Springfield, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I sure would, John. We get to see the Cardinals one more time for these broadcasts, and it'd be really good. They sure will. Well, we're about ready. Bottom half of the 8th inning is Swift, Elliott, and Winkler due up there in this half inning. Hope you guys are enjoying this broadcast tonight. First pitch swinging, and that's the count now, 0-1. Swift coming in now as a 0-2 count as he fouls that one off and swings one. Boy, it is, 14,951. Boy, that is a packed house tonight, right, Bob? Yeah, it is. Golly. These boys come for a little more baseball this year. Yeah, for sure. Wonder how it's going to be like up in Frisco on Wednesday night. That's going to be really good. Yeah, it sure is. Or is that Thursday? Well, I think it's it's going to be a road travel tomorrow, and then 19 and 20 would be two games there in Frisco. Game 2 and a possible game 3 if necessary. Well, that's going to bring in Clark Elliott. One away, nobody on in the bottom of the 8th inning for Midland. That one is ground hopper straight to second. He'll throw to first to Blaine Krim, and that's out number 2. Boy, Jack Winkler, 1 for 4, double 2 RBIs for him. You know, Winkler, during the series against Amarillo, on a Sunday afternoon, tied at 6 apiece, Jack Winkler had a runner in scoring position, and a base hit got him home. They win 7-6 on that one. Well, 1-2-3 inning is done and complete. That is 8 of them here tonight. 9th inning, straight ahead. And Rodriguez, Strom, and Chavez will lead it off top of the Frisco 9th. And it is a 11-6 ball game. Midland leads it pretty good here this evening. We're back here for more right after this. Top of the 9th inning for Frisco right here in the Texas League playoffs, game 1. Well, here's the next batter up, Caber Rodriguez. And off for the Frisco RoughRiders here tonight. That one is out of play. The count now 0-1. I'll tell you one thing, this game has been really good, and so far if Midland has Getting this one high in the air up to the third base area. Winkler under it, makes a grab, and that's out number one.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Kelly.
Shoot, Springfield's going to have another pitcher in relief come in. Boy, I tell you one thing, that one guy did not last too long for the Cardinals.
That's out.
And that's down and out, 1 ball and no strikes to him. There's a pitch. And that is right there and in for a strike. It's 1-1 to Kellen Strom. 2 outs remain for the Riders here tonight. I'll tell you what, John, they don't have that many outs, and how the heck are they going to get up to the score where Midland is? I don't know, Bob, but it would take a miracle for that to happen. Well, new arm on the mound for Springfield is Jack Ralston. He had 40 appearances, 2.73 ERA, and he's really good. Ralston now pitching in for Springfield there at good old Arkansas. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3-1 Springfield. There in tonight's contest there at All-American Ballpark. Riders and Arkansas may have one more game left apiece for both of those sides. And tell you what, it's getting to that point where it's getting close into that one game there at All-American where it's a close game. Yeah, sure is, John, and only the Arkansas Travelers need to get in there and get 2 more runs in. Well, maybe the bottom half of the 9th inning, which pretty much are already the bottom of 8, 2 away, nobody on. For the Arkansas Travelers, Alberto Rodriguez up now for the Travelers. Well, it's 3-1 Springfield, and so far 2 runs they need, but 4 they would need most likely, and that's going to be line drive. That's up Perez, and well, he's going to send them right now, and that's going to be an RBI double.
Now batting, catcher,
As they will chip the deficit. They need 4 more runs to get this one going. Well, Cody Freeman coming in, but now that's going to be another mound visit for Midland, as Colin Palouse will pretty much get out of here, and
now pitching for the Rockhounds.
a left-hander, Brady Basso, coming in for same fastball, slider, 2-seamer as well, but that 96-mile-an-hour fastball's got that hot flavoredness on it. Yeah, just like that Taco Villa hot sauce you've been telling me about, John. Yeah. You know that's the most really good hot sauce that Taco Villa has? Yeah, I tell you. That one straight away right field. And that's out number 2. So 1 more out for the Riders here tonight.
The batter, the shortstop, Jack Bigger.
Well, the shortstop, Jack Biggers, coming in as 1 for 4, solo home run in the 8th inning. Pretty good. 1 more out here in this ball game, and 2 more strikes to go, as that will be the end of this first game in the Texas League playoff rounds. Our off days tomorrow, and don't forget that Thursday's game 2. Friday is game 3 if necessary. That one right there, swing and a miss, and that's the count now, 0-2. Frisco down, their final out of the top of the 9th with 1 more strike to go. Basso looks in, and from the stretch, here he goes. That one is up to straightaway left, right center. And that does it. Midland wins the first game. So pretty good as the final score 11-7. Puts Midland up to a top of the series lead by 1-0, and RoughRiders up 0-1 here in the Texas League playoffs. A pretty good baseball here in good old Frisco Park as everybody had a good night. And yes, partner, we are going to be getting a hotel and Taco Villa here this evening. I sure will, John. It's Taco Tuesday, so pretty much now you and I will head to the motel, and then we head to Dallas at first light tomorrow, right? Man, that's for sure, Bob. So hopefully everybody had a good time here this evening, and we'll be right back.
For the victorious Rockhounds, 11 runs, 15 hits, no errors. They left 4 runners on base. For the RoughRiders, 7 runs on 10 hits, no errors. They left 3 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 59 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
Well, I got to say, as we're wrapping up the top of the 9th inning, Springfield up to bat now, and as both sides have 3 outs left of the first Texas League Game 1 of the playoff rounds, continuing onward. Well, they get a new arm for Arkansas as, boy, pretty good right there. As, you know, if we want to stay on the live broadcast, and we'll pretty much see what's going up there at All-American Ballpark. Well, that one is sliced foul. It's 0-2 the count now. That'll bounce off the roof. Well, Springfield still hanging on, a 3-1 ball game. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to the batter, number 33. That one straight away center. And there's out number 1. Boy, Springfield down to their final 2 outs in the 9th inning. So R.J. Yeager coming out now. 1 ball, no strikes to him for Springfield. That one is right to ground hopper to second. They'll get him out 2 away. R.J. going down on a ground hopper. Well, the batter now is number 29. And that is Matt Lloyd as he comes in. The pitch to him, and that's going to be right there, high in the air, up to right field. Boy, that one's out of here. Boy, and Springfield gets another one. It's now a 4-1 ball game. Now they lead 3 against Arkansas. Well, the batter now is Noah Mellinger, 1 for 3 hit by pitch and a run tonight. Takes a fastball outside, 1 ball and no strikes. 2 out, nobody on. Top of the 9th. Good old Noah there for Springfield. Takes in fastball for strike 1. No, excuse me. Ooh. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mellinger. Boy, 1 more strike remaining on a 1-2 count. And they'll call time on Noah. One and 2 to Noah. Swing! High in the air. Deep to center. And that is the inning. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors. And no one on for Springfield. Well, they lead against Arkansas by 3. It's 4-1. Now, bottom of the 9th, it goes. And pretty good right there. So, yeah, we're still going to be on the broadcast here tonight. Boy, I tell you, it's getting pretty good. Arkansas down to their final 3 outs as Springfield leads 4-1 against the Arkansas Travelers. Well, Matt Swanson coming in now as 53 appearances, 0 starts, a ERA of 2.69. Boy, IP 63 and 225. 59 stolen strikeouts. 1.46 on the whip. It's pretty good for the Springfield Cardinals. That is Matt Watson. Well, the bottom of the 9th inning. Here is Blake Rumbush. 1 for 3, single, line out, and a ground out. Boy, they need 4 to win this one here in Arkansas. And to pitch that one high and outside. 1 ball and no strikes to the leadoff batter. In the bottom of the 9th inning. That's a good thing we get going on that one. And that's a swing and a miss right there. And that's a strike, 1-1. That one ground hopper in front of the mound, and there's out number 1. Well, that was a little weak contact right there, John. I mean, for the first guy to come up in the Arkansas Travelers, well, that is pretty good. Yeah, for sure. Well, next batter up is Victor Lombrada. Coming in, and that one is outside, 1 ball and no strikes to him. They got the final 2 outs, and so far Arkansas down a 3-run, trailing Springfield, and that will get off the roof right there. 1-1 the count now. So yeah, still watching the broadcast there at All-American Ballpark, and it's getting to be a pretty good broadcast thus far, Bob. Yeah, it sure is, John. And 2 teams in the South Division and North Division. Boy, Lombrada getting that 2-2 count right there. Boy, he is down 1 more strike, and that'll be out number 2. Well, I tell you what. So we're going to keep being live as we are monitoring the game up there in Arkansas. That one deep to left. The left fielder will make it, and that is out number 2. Whoa, yeah, the Arkansas Travelers down to their last and final out here in this evening's game. I don't know, John. I think Springfield has them on the run. The Travelers head to Blue River Stadium for Thursday and Friday games. You know, Harry Ford, last man up for Arkansas. Takes a strike inside at 0-1. Harry Ford coming in. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of 9 for the Travelers. That is outside, 1-1. Springfield, 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. Arkansas, 1-6-1 here tonight. And the 1-1 delivery, that is popped right there behind the backstop, and it's 1-2. Down 1 more strike. Pretty good as 1 more swing and a miss, and that would be it. Cardinals would win. And here's pitch. Strike 3, get them down, and that's the ball game. Well, Springfield wins, and so far Frisco and Arkansas lose tonight. So now 2 more games are left. That is games 2 and 3 if necessary. They're pretty good on that. I'll go ahead and get stuff ready for Thursday. There we go. Well, 1 more game for both Frisco and Arkansas. And, yeah, if they lose that Thursday game, then I tell you, the 2 teams that get eliminated is the RoughRiders and Travelers. And that would put Frisco and Arkansas out of the competition, and Midland and Springfield will be the last 2 standing. Well, it's glad that everybody came out to join us here tonight, and so far our 2 teams winning it here tonight is Springfield and Midland. Frisco and Arkansas are two teams going down tonight. So anyway, a great night for us here in the Texas League. And so far, pretty good. So Drew Swift wins the player of the game, 2 for 5 home run. And the win goes to JT Ginn. The loss for Frisco tonight, Kumar Rocker coming for the loss for the RoughRiders here tonight. I've got to say, been a pretty good one thus far for Midland and Springfield. I've got to congratulate our two winners here tonight for winning the first of the Texas League 2024 playoff rounds. And so far, off day tomorrow, and we're on our way to Frisco. And yep, Arkansas will head to Springfield for game 2, and the third, if necessary, gets in there for our Final Four. Anyway, got Midland, Springfield to, it looks like to win one more, and it'll be the elimination of both Arkansas and Frisco in this one. Well, for all of us here tonight, we've certainly enjoyed taking you out to the ball game. Final score here tonight in Midland, 11-7 in this contest. For Springfield, they win against Arkansas 4-1. And so far it's a win for Midland and Springfield, a loss for Frisco and Arkansas. So pretty much one more game for both Midland and Springfield. And if they win a second, that means they win. And they'll defeat two teams and eliminate two, and they'll battle it out together or against each other in the championship series rounds. So pretty much may the best team win on Thursday. Well, for all of us here tonight, our final 11-7 as we close out this broadcast. Thank you for letting us take you out to the ball game here tonight. From Midland, we'll see you in Frisco on Thursday.